Why is it that as we are entering this season time of our lives in our 40s, sex was given to us with some layers? And that is why it's so important for us to create a pleasure practice. So I'm truth-telling today. I come from a generation of women who are getting older. We are hitting what I like to call our seasoned years. We're in our mid to late 40s and we're taking stock of our lives. We watched Sex and the City and thought that it was real. And even though it wasn't for us melanated women, we still dreamed. We were this generation that watched mystery and salacious passions that were shown on our daytime and nighttime soap operas, like, again, Dynasty or Knots Landing or Young and the Restless. But we also watched family-centered sitcoms like Family Ties. And we wished, I know I did anyways, I know this very personally, that Mr. Huxtable from The Cosby Show was my dad. And you know, it's this weird thing that I go through now, this weird thing, because now that I'm really aware of who Bill Cosby was, again, traumas. So for me, growing up a black girl in the 70s and the 80s meant believing that we could have it all. Many of us grew up in cultures that held up what we could and could not experience around our sexuality. Most of us didn't get a formal sex talk. It wasn't something that was in our everyday comfort zone with our parents. You know, we may not have gotten the best education around what sex looks like for us. If you came from immigrant parents, the chances are this expression was no expression. And I know that I'm unpacking that space now. I am really feeling into how those traditions, upbringings have affected how I experience sex. There's a reasons outside of these hormones and our changing bodies why you may not be so into being intimate. We were a generation that were fed some mixed messages around our pleasure. That's the truth. We skipped over a whole lot, and especially some of those foundational parts, like how to be pleasured in our own bodies and doing it for ourselves. And so I think that it's important that we set the record straight. Why do we need self-pleasure? And my Kari Sutra definition is indulging in the deliciousness of your body through touching. That's what results in pleasure. It's the act of pleasuring yourself sexually. It's about learning about your body and how to access it. It's what you use to gain access to this part of yourself. It's a way for you to revolutionize the way you feel inside of your body. And what I think is by cultivating this link between your body and your soul, it deepens your relationship with pleasure and goodness. And that is why it's so important for us to create a pleasure practice. Here are the steps. Create the right atmosphere. Set up a consistent time, about 20 minutes a day for the next 7 days of your pleasure practice. Grab your favorite blanket, put on the right music, set up a sexy corner that puts you in a comfortable and wonderful mood. Take a few deep breaths and center yourself. Take your attention and focus in on your body. Notice your yoni, notice all your parts, and set an intention for this practice. Declare it. Make a statement like, "It is my heartfelt intention to focus on feeling into my body sensations as I get aroused today." Repeat this statement and make sure that it feels good for you. Say it over and over. And when you're there, notice your body. Notice your pleasure. Notice how you are in this space. And here's the key though. Here's the key. Focus on the experience, not getting orgasm. I know for many of us that is a crazy thought, but it is the thought. So much of the way that we enjoy and have intimacy is focused on being in service to others. Well, this time it is about you and you alone. And think about it. Give yourself a scale of 1 to 10. Are you satisfied in your sex life? Are you satisfied with how you feel pleasure? And if not, I would offer to you to keep going and definitely develop a self-pleasure practice. It is the first step in connecting in. I'm quickly interrupting this video because I can't believe I forgot to put it in, but at the bottom of this, so you can click the link, there is a free offer for you to be able to develop your own self-pleasure practice. It's called Practice to Pleasure, and I walk you step by step through a process that's going to help you create a process that you can do all the time. You're worth it. Now back to the video. This video is something that you like and would love to see more of. Please feel free to support my Ko-fi account. Every little bit helps, because you know what? I am offering healing sessions for so many of us who can't necessarily be in the space to afford it. And it helps me create content like this so we can go ahead and keep moving forward. Your deliciousness is your birthright. Till next time, bye for now.